Hey, going to revisit the old game. We started quite a long while back. Just going through the world, just showing what there is. I'm not going to really play in this game, I'm just going to be more like a world view. So of course the best place to start is the main hub center. And the best time to start is of course the day. The idea was basically for people to start from the spawn point the way this would have been, be able to come through to the hub center. That would have given you basically a world overview of course food and stuff. Double elevator to basically a teleport room that would teleport you around the world, of course using command blocks, which apparently is no longer working. That's going to be an issue. Let me just quickly troubleshoot that. Just give me a sec. Okay, and seems I found a problem. Setting up the server that accidentally got changed. It's a restore from an old backup, and unfortunately some of the files, the config files, needed to be redone, although the world files were still fine. It's running 1.14. It never went to 1.15. So it's an old server. I'm just waiting for it to start up completely, and then I'll rejoin it and we can continue. Okay, now it should work. Thanks. So if I step on these, it gives me an over platform in the sky, high above the world, with of course all the lights on top, with a balcony that you could basically jump off of. And if you're not in creative, you would have basically died. A little book, little fountain that's got some redstone in, that's supposed to shoot up golden nuggets every now and again. clock tower that keeps on counting down as the day progresses. Just to spectator mode, you can go inside and basically see the clocks. The idea was basically this would count down the days during the day, and at night would make a ringing bell. So, yeah. This is the sheep farm and a cow farm that was set up to allow people to allow us basically to go farm. And just a sec. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, I'm getting a bit of an issue here. I'm quickly trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, that should actually work, so I'm not sure. Okay, idea was basically to create a place that would easily slaughter cows. Anything slaughtered would basically come back here for beef. Also there's feed from the sheep pens into the main pen. Getting all the food. Just give me a sec. Okay, back again. Always fun when you start in the first time. Down here we basically created storage area for the dogs. Good. And then of course our main storage. Plant materials, right through to all the stuff we collected. The server only has the 2 players ever before we go down the server. Here's the library of all the villager trading. Not the cheapest in the world, but it worked. Also, this one card constantly collected from the farm, and you could send the card to go and fetch sugar cane from the farm. It would stop, wait for a while, hold the zone. There's better options for this these days, or rather I learned better options to do this, and it would basically return back. And I've got myself confused now. This is the sheep farm, and here we go. Took the long way. And it'll automatically now pull in the sugar cane. Sugar cane was used to create paper, of course from here, and then you can trade with the librarians. Other than that, just a little house. With one room full of cats and another room, and at night again. And that over here we've got the AFK fishing. Try to get it away from the village so that villagers don't get attacked. An extra fishing rods. Of course, in the chest to get in the way in the proof. Going down here, you have all the things being collected. Of course, all the additional stuff that was fished out, and the filtering system that was used around this one. So just a AFK fishing with a little minecart. Make it easier to travel. Most of the stuff was built in creative. One of the reasons why we switched over to switch to a new village or new server. And then we had another farm down here. The skeleton farm. With a hive fishing. And a little view window of the skeleton. Skeleton spawner. Bubble elevator to take the skeletons up and to kill them here. Of course there was a switch that you could switch it off and kill them yourself. Going back up. Again, an item sorter behind here, sorting the arrows, the bones, and then anything else. Lights to show you how full the containers was. Nether was never really used on the server. Just never came really up. Might have maybe been used more if it ever got popular. This direction I can't even remember where it was. Quite a distance to fly. We have this place. This is a general spawner. This is all vanilla. So nothing additionally loaded. Our newer servers actually has more customization than these servers ever have. This is literally just a reception area with a, again, small AFK fishing with the storage and a flush system to clear the chests if there was any junk in them. Going up one more level if I don't get stuck. We have all the stuff that this farm was basically collecting. Yeah, it's like HPZ says, lots of ideas we're going to use on a new server. Even I've got a couple of ideas that I want to use on a new server. This is an item clock that keeps on counting down, and the flip-flop to double the countdowns for the server upstairs. And as you can hear, we've got people through. So there we go, game mode, again spectator, you can see creatures falling here. Now this will only open up every couple of minutes, letting the stuff fall through down here, including witches, and will close down to squash the witches. And that would trigger the minecart waiting for the stuff to fall through. And there the minecart goes and collecting all the stuff. As you can see, still working quite well. spiders are still trying to go up into the corners. Always an issue with the spiders. But yeah, nothing other than that. Yeah, it's literally just a clock system. For fun, I created this chimney effect, even though it's actually the redstone tower that runs from this clock. So let's go back. I just need to remember my coordinates and which direction I have to go, and that you can see from the harbor. But because there's no teleport for this one, so back at the main center again. Let's go through the teleports. Yes, the interesting part. Even I can't remember what teleport goes where. I think this is the mountain. Oops. Not what I was planning. Let's try that again. So this is the mountain. So this is my base that I created away from the main base. A little play area I was experimenting with some of the redstones. And my door. Area I was planning to build out that I never built out. And the rooms with some foxes inside from somebody. And view area all around. Could look out over the areas. There was a temple somewhere there. There's a temple. But other than that, nothing really here. If I go down, here's my build area. Apparently a short box sitting there. Control room for the piston door, for the front door. And then all the furnaces. And through here was basically the bamboo farm that we can view just now. Right up this button. Oh yes, been a long while. And another room, portal room, and a mines. I was trying to get something working here, never worked out, and abandoned project effectively. This was going down to my mines. Got our way down. With a minecart rider coming past. This is normal branch mining, so I'm not going to bore everybody with that. Other than that, that was basically this main building. Click here, the front door. As for the farm that I was talking about, the bamboo farm, it was located here. Try to blend it into the guild site so it's not as big of an eyesore, and it actually worked quite well. little village close to my base. Other than that, nothing else here. Again, through teleport tabs, which of course always takes you back to this room. And we can go through to here. Then let's go to this one. This is the jungle house of the other player. Oh yeah, that's that. We had too many visitors. Of course, meaning the raiders. And nice little house. Of course, balcony, redstone lanterns with day-night sensors all over them. And of course, built area with the dustbin. And of course the village close to that teleport station. The teleport stations all use command blocks, so that is creative, purely creative. Wee, falling through the walls. So the next one would be, I think, here. Major project that, yeah, never really got 100% completed. So teleport at the railway system, press a button for the rails to go, and we're off. The whole idea was this was underwater class, and it was a sunken ship that you drive underneath. This could have maybe been cleaned up a bit. Yeah. And we're nearly there. And that never worked 100%. It's supposed to drop it there and goes back into the system. Lighting comes from lava on top of the roof. The idea is this was supposed to look like an old railway system or something. And then we've got this castle that was built. With the 3x3 door, of course, you make it easy, leave the center block out. No creepers and stuff won't come through. And then you've got all the traders in here, if you can find them. Apparently they're outside now at this moment. Yeah, congestion outside. So traders at the bottom, farms in the middle, so you can see all the different farms, watermelon, pumpkin, and here's the wheat. And at the top is sheep farms, or then another villager, pig farms, cow farm, wolf farms, and the foxes. And of course these guys making their food. This one wants raw chicken, raw rabbits, sorry. Now this also has the clock system. This clock system has a test function. Which apparently does work. Remote. So here's the clock system. Okay, it's playing, and I'm not hearing anything. Oh dear. Ah, that might explain it. Must have turned that down for something else. And yeah, this also was in the progress of another build that also wasn't completed. Whole area, and including some visitors. And this is of course the redstone for the door, the main gate redstone. And the lost chicken. Other than that, yeah, I think that's all there is. We've learned quite a bit since then. I think this was a beginning for both me and the HPZ around Minecraft and learning how to operate in Minecraft. And even redstone, this was the first time I've actually played Minecraft, and I've learned a lot more when it comes to redstone. Compacting the redstone, but my main thing has always been using redstone and trying to be more of a builder than trying to be the best redstone out there. You don't need 1,000 sugarcane. Why have 1,000 sugarcane when you can have 100 or 200 and have a very nice farm and have enough for what you want to do. But yeah, that's just me. I try and let it look nice while trying to build a farm that's efficient enough for me. Other than that, this was a server that ran for I think about 6 months or 8 months before we switched over to the new server that's currently running. The current server is going to be decomped due to issues, and that's mainly the radius that's causing an issue. And the other part of the thing is there's a lot of mechanics that are changing in the game, including zero-tick farms, which a lot of the guys used on the server, and AFK fishing, which has been removed. So rather than trying to fix and delete and remove and so on, and having an OP base versus somebody that joins newly, the current server is going to get decomped in favor of when 1.16 comes out. So then Furry Games 3 will effectively start. But yeah, I thought let me do a nice video around what is currently what was the first Furry Games server, and where everything started. Oh yeah, I never showed this. This is the sugarcane farm I created. Bamboo and sugarcane farm, I'm sure. Or is this just, yeah, this is just sugarcane bamboo. We don't really have a lot of useful, or didn't think about it back then. And here's a zero tick, which of course is my machine. We want to 15 frames per second, 16 frames per second. Yeah, my machine does not like that. 48, 37 frames. Yeah. But yeah, that was just playing around with this zero tick farm. And just from passively. So partly why I've never really had a use. If you build a farm big enough, you don't really need a zero tick farm. But it did work, and it was part of the game mechanics. Maybe not what was really expected, but it was there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show. I still have the server file, although yeah, it is just the overworld file as it is, but there was nothing in the nether, and we didn't even touch the end. So yeah, thanks for watching.